He's Bashar Assad seeking refuge in Russia. According to reliable sources, day before yesterday, that is on the 30th of November, Bashar Assad, along with his family, fled Syria for Russia. Does this mean that now Syria has plunged into anarchy? Who is in power? What is going on? Where are all the different stakeholders? For example, Iran, Hezbollah, and Lebanon, as well as Turkey. What are all these people doing? What about Russia? Is Russia completely washing its hands off of Syria? Why did they do this? And a lot of questions. I'm going to try and answer those things. I have a very small slide deck. Request to all of you to please like this video. And if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. So here we go. Al-Qaeda linked rebels. This is an offshoot of Al-Qaeda. They have captured Aleppo and they are advancing southwards towards Damascus with little resistance from the government forces. This is the important thing. The government forces are basically allowing them to come. Thousands of insurgents took control of Aleppo landmarks, including the old citadel and airport. Every time there is an airport, if the airport is taken in control by the rebel forces, then a lot of things become easy for them. For example, uploading and downloading and things like that. Rebels now control a large area across Hama Idlib. And I'm going to give you a map to tell you where things stand today. The Syrian armed forces stated they redeployed to prepare a counterattack to minimize casualties. But the fact that Bashar Assad is missing, well, who knows what's going to happen next? Moscow launched its first airstrikes in Aleppo since 2016 in response to the rebel offensive. And they even said that one of the leaders had been killed. But we know that Bashar Assad is no more in Syria. Why would he quit if he was in control? That's just a question I'm asking. So here you see Damascus, and you can see where the rebels have taken control. They are in Idlib, and I also said Hamas. So they are very close to Damascus. They are not going to see much resistance. Well, I'm afraid that is game over. Then what does it mean? Now, Turkey is going to be taking over running Syria also. Now, there is some amount of shooting that's going on in Damascus. This is par for the course. If people are trying to take control, they are going to try and do their best to try and assert their supremacy over a small region. Lieutenant General Sergei Kissel, the Russian commander in Syria, has been reportedly dismissed following the loss of Aleppo. Looks like this has come as a complete surprise to Russia. So now they are also taking action on their troops on the ground. The swift rebel offensive, allegedly years in the planning, has exposed weaknesses in Assad's forces. Observers suggest the crisis reflects Assad's and Putin's regimes being caught off guard, and also signs of internal blame shifting. Just think about it, guys. Why do you think Putin didn't really come to Assad's help? I think somewhere he realizes that his complete concentration needs to be on Ukraine, and he cannot afford to deploy any forces beyond what he already did. Looks like those people missed the signs, and ergo you have this problem. The HTS I have told you, captured Aleppo, and they are moving strategically south. Now, these are all basically, Turkish interests behind it. So what is Turkey going to do once they go and capture power? Are they going to be supporting them? Does Turkey have the arms and ammunition to do that? Or is it going to be China through Iran coming to help of Syria, and then Turkey also coming along? But Iran and Turkey don't get along well. How is that going to play out? Very interesting scenario. Rebels toppled a statue of Bashar al-Assad and burned images of Bashar Assad in a symbolic protest. You can see all that stuff on social media. HTS, originally called Jabhat al-Nusra, was established in 2011 as an al-Qaeda affiliate. It split from al-Qaeda in 2016 and is now a dominant Salafi jihadi group. Salafi means an extreme form of Islam, so not good for non-Islamists. Turkey-backed opposition forces launched the offensive amid failed Turkish diplomatic efforts to prevent Syrian government violations of ceasefire agreements. The Syrian war, ongoing for 13 years, has caused 500,000 deaths, 5 lakhs, 500,000, and displaced 6.8 million people. Rebel advances mark a potential turning point in the conflict. Now we are hearing that over 300 Iran-backed Iraqi fighters, mainly from Badr and Nujaba groups, have crossed into Syria to support Assad's forces. Well, if Assad is not there, that begs the question, what is really going on? Is he going to abdicate? Has he abdicated in favor of somebody else? Who is that somebody else? We don't know anything at this point of time. You are welcome to take a look at the links provided in this video to get a little bit more information on what's going on. The fighters used dirt roads and traveled in small groups to avoid detection and airstrikes. Iran pledged full backing for Assad's regime, with Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi emphasizing support for resistance groups and Iran itself. I mean, Iran itself has got all its air defenses down. What is it going to do to help Syria? One wonders. Remember, Syria is a neighbor of Israel. Iranian allied militias have been crucial in bolstering pro-government forces since the Syrian conflict began in 2011. Syrian and Russian airstrikes on rebel-held areas in northwest Syria have escalated, targeting a displacement camp and killing 7 civilians. The deployment follows recent rebel advances in Aleppo, putting pressure on Assad's forces. Hama was one place where the Russian forces were stationed. They have actually withdrawn from there, and they are essentially now evacuating Syria. That's another interesting tell that something is not quite right here. Russia has essentially said, now Syria, you will have to fend for yourselves. We are pulling out of here. Why are Russia pulling out of Syria? There is no pressure from the United States, as far as I know, because it got completely jumbled up when they tried to displace Bashar al-Assad. Who was with whom? In fact, there was one point people are saying that United States was with ISIS to try and topple Bashar Assad because Russia was helping him. So it got quite complicated. So I don't know what really is going on here. Opposition forces are advancing in southern Syria with initial clashes reported. Russian forces retreated to Khmeim air base and significant Russian equipment was left behind in the city of 𝗠𝙁𝙁𝘆. So this again tells you when US abandoned Afghanistan, same thing is happening. Russia is abandoning Syria. Recent reports suggest that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, along with his family, has fled to Russia after there was an explosion in Hama. Somewhere something has happened. Russia just said, okay, you just come. We are pulling the plug. It's called in US, pulling the plug. That means let the water go out on the drain. An explosion occurred in Hama, a city in western Syria, leading to significant casualties and damage. Exact cause of the explosion remains under investigation. Unconfirmed reports say that he has left for Russia after the explosion. We have some more news. People who are in the know have told me that he did leave along with his family on the 30th of November. Like I said, the Russians are basically deserting a sinking ship. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.